show that it's tomorrow. So thank you all for coming. The title of this program is Avoiding the Freshman 15, which all of you are freshmen, right? So how many of you were worried about the freshman 15? No, you weren't. So 70% of college students gain an average of 12 pounds before they graduate. So it's really important to watch what you eat, especially during your first year at college, because those habits will go with you as you go on into higher education. So the first part of this lesson is going to be a portion activity. So I'm going to teach you guys what proper portion sizes are for each of the 5 food groups, and then we're going to do a little activity. And then the second part of the lesson is kind of to show you guys what you're eating and give you some options for healthier substitutions. So I'm going to start by showing you the government's nutrition site, which is the choosemyplate.gov. So on here, once it warms up, they have, you can find coupons on here, and they have like daily tracking tools that you can use to watch what you eat and count your calories and things like that. They have a BMI calculator, and then there's a whole tab on physical activity. And so those are some exercises you can do, but this lesson is mostly going to focus on nutrition. So the My Plate tab right here. Have any of you guys seen this before? This little My Plate logo? Yeah, I've seen that they started putting them on the napkin dispensers in the dining hall, so that's really cool. But so under this My Plate tab, they have all of the food groups. So if you click on one, it gives you a little breakdown of how much you should eat based on your gender and age. So women our age should be eating 2 cups of fruit a day. And then I'm going to show you guys in a little bit how you can associate those measurements with parts of your hand. So you won't have to carry around measuring cups all day. So yeah, if you guys are curious and want to look into this more, this is a really good website. It's through the U.S. Department of Agriculture, so they're definitely a credible source. And then, like I said, all the food groups are listed under the My Plate tab, so you can see all the recommendations, but I'm going to teach you those right now. So it's different for men. They usually are recommended a little bit more, but for the most part, men and women are pretty much the same. So the first, so this is a comparison chart to show you how much, like what a portion size would equal on your hand. So the first food group we're going to look at is fruits, and the recommended daily value for women is 2 cups. So that corresponds to 2 fists. So throughout your whole day, you should eat fruit the size of 2 fists. So that's like an apple in the morning, and then a little bowl of pineapple at lunch, something like that. The second one is vegetables, and that you're also supposed to eat 2 cups. So that's also 2 fists. Now for men, that's 2.5, so they recommend 2 fists, and then like a cupped hand would be half a cup. Proteins, so that's like your chicken, red meats, all of that stuff. You're supposed to have 5.5 ounces a day, so that's your whole hand flat. So I think the chicken that they have in the dining hall is about this size, right? Yeah. Grains, and this you can get from cereal because a lot of the like Kellogg's and General Mills cereals now, they make those with whole grains, so those are a really good source to get those from. Those you're supposed to have 3 ounces a day, which is about the size of your palm. And then dairy, which you guys know that's like milk and cheese, all of that stuff. Not ice cream, but milk and cheese, is also 1 cup, so that's another fist. So this is all for a whole day. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but your stomach is actually only the size of 1 fist, and it'll expand up to 40 times that size. So it really doesn't take a lot to fill your stomach, so it's important to eat slowly because it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain that it's full. So if you've eaten lunch and it's only taken you 5 minutes to eat, you're still going to feel pretty hungry. So in the dining hall, you go get another plate, and then 10 minutes later, you're feeling stuffed. So a lot of times within that like second 10 minutes after you already filled your stomach is when a lot of people overeat. So it's really important to just take your time and eat slowly. And if after 20 minutes you're still feeling hungry, go ahead and get a second. So we're gonna do an activity now. So you guys are gonna come up and scoop a portion size of watermelon. If you haven't had fruit today and you want to make this the one portion that you eat, go ahead. So, and when you come up, also tell me what one other daily recommendation is for another food group. So you're gonna get your 2 cups of fruit, and then tell me one other one. Who wants to go first?
You need 2 cups of vegetables.
So what is that we're getting?
2 fists. So are we getting one?
Whatever serve. If you haven't had fruit today, you can do the full 2.
I'm gonna stick with 1.
Okay.
I'm doing a terrible job.
That looks pretty good.
That's a small fist. Should I add some more fist? Okay. Now it's 1 fist.
You guys can all come up at once if that's easier.
Can I eat this?
Of course.
You need to do a fist and a pointer finger of there. This is very slow.
Just flip it onto that plate.
Oh, you're just no.
I'm so sorry.
Automatic back.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. A palm of like chicken, right?
Chicken would be a protein, so that's your whole
Whole
hand.
hand?
Palm would just be grains.
Okay. So what am I doing? 1 cup?
Yeah, 1 or 2 if you haven't had fruit today. So what do you guys think of the food on campus so far? Do you like it?
Some days. I think it's pretty good. It could be so much worse. But it could be better. You just get bored.
Yeah.
What you did tell me on our first day is true.
What did I tell you? Okay.
I don't want it on YouTube.
Okay.
It looks like locks.
What?
Looks like locks.
Okay.
Now what about like one on top or something? If you like cut it, would that be like
I feel like with corn, because you
Oh,
only
there's a
eat-
long hair on that. That's from Mika.
Because with corn, oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, it was like 2 cups of vegetables.
I think with corn, because you only eat around the outside, I feel like a whole corn on the cob is probably, like, have you ever seen people, like, shuck the corn off of it?
Yeah.
That probably comes out to about 1 or 2 cups, depending on how big it is. So you probably wouldn't need to cut that in half. You ate breakfast a little bit ago?
I ate food. I don't know if it was breakfast.
this is my breakfast. I really need this nutrition lesson.
Yes, it's 2:15, so breakfast.
It's pretty young.
There was watermelon in the bag.
Maybe it's this.
if you guys want to come and get more at any time, feel free to. So for the second part of the lesson, I'm going to talk to you guys about healthy substitutions that you can make on campus. So where do you guys like to eat? Like, where do you usually eat? Dining hall, student center?
Like a mix of both.
A mix of both. What do you like to get?
I always like to get ham and cheese at Joe's Mix. And then you get a bag of chips and like a big soda.
Anybody?
I like to get the rice bowl.
That's my favorite too. Those are good. Rice bowls are good. Anybody go to the salad bar?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Just like once. Wait, in the student center and
Either one.
once.
Once.
I do sometimes.
So a lot of times when you get your subs at Jersey Mike's, do you get mayonnaise or do you get it Mike's Way or anything? Okay, that's good. Because if you get oil or mayonnaise on it, those are both really high in fat and calories. It's about 125 calories just from the oil and mayonnaise. Are you smiling because you do get it?
We
Literally
just
just
did.
You just did? Okay.
With
So
mayo.
Yeah, I got that. You got oil.
So another thing you could do, and I know not everyone likes vinegar, but vinegar is 0 calories, and it'll kind of, like oil, it keeps the stuff from being really dry, so vinegar will do that too. But another thing you could do, if you do like the oil and mayonnaise on your subs, is don't get the chips, because the bags of chips that they have there are also really high in fats. And then for the rice bowls, do you get sour cream on your rice bowls?
No.
What do you get? Do you get the salsa? What do you get on your rice bowl?
I get rice, chicken, beans, cheese, and lettuce. And that's it.
You get sour cream?
No.
No? You do.
Yes.
So a good substitution that you can make for your rice bowl or a burrito, if you guys get those, is instead of sour cream, do guacamole. I know it costs extra, but it's only 40 calories for 2 tablespoons, and it's a healthy fat, which sour cream is not considered a healthy fat, so that's a good substitution. But the healthiest substitution that is recommended would be the salsa, just because it is a vegetable. So those are some things you can do for your rice bowls or burritos. And then at the salad bar, instead of getting like ranch, get low fat ranch, or so do the low fat or fat free dressings. And instead of having them put it on your salad, get it in a cup on the side, because they tend to put a lot more than what you need on your salad, so that really increases the calories and the fat. Because you can easily take a salad from 125 calories to 300 just with salad dressing. So if you get it on the side, you'll only eat what you need instead of what they put on it for you. So what we're going to do now is a matching game with cereal. You guys get cereal in the dining halls? Okay. So I have Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, Apple Jacks, Raisin Bran, and Lucky Charms. And then I have bags of sugar up here for how much is in one serving of each of these. And one serving of these is 1 cup or 3/4 of a cup, which I can tell you which ones those are. The 3/4 cup ones would be the Frosted Flakes. And then Rice Krispies is 1 cup and a 1/4 cup. So a little more than this is 1 serving. But that's, how many of you actually eat this much cereal?
5 times that.
Yeah, most of us fill the bowl, right? So it's probably like 2 or 3 is what you're getting. So in 1 serving, alright, so I'm gonna tell you how many grams of sugar are in each bag. You guys can guess which one you think it is. Of Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, Apple Jacks, Raisin Bran, or Lucky Charms. Alright, so the first one's 4 grams.
Put like sugar all over
Yeah,
the
because you put sugar on
raisins.
the raisins.
Maybe Rice Krispies.
Yeah, I probably think so.
Rice Krispies. So we'll that is correct. Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies is 4 grams.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Alright, 10 grams.
Raisins.
Anybody else? Red is not right. Let me guess again.
Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks? Nope. Nope. Lucky Charms, yeah.
Really? I
Ten?
was Lucky
It's
Charms.
only 10 grams. Yeah, I was surprised about that too.
Well, those marshmallows probably aren't like a real substance.
Is that one 3/4 of a cup or a full cup?
Lucky Charms is 3/4 of a cup. So 11 grams.
Raisin Bran.
Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks?
Raisin Bran Jack.
Nope, not Apple Jacks. So you're right. Please. Alright, 17.
Apple Jack. Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
I guess every time you'll be right.
So then 12 grams in Apple Jacks. So just to give you guys a comparison, what the Department of Agriculture recommends for men is 36 grams of sugar a day, which they don't recommend you get that much. They recommend that you don't exceed that. For women, it's 24 grams. So if you eat 2 cups of Raisin Bran, you're already over the recommendation for sugar before you even get to lunch.
I thought Raisin Bran was supposed to be healthy.
Most people do too, but one of you said it, they sugar the raisins.
But not enough. I mean, not as much as like the Lucky Charms.
Yeah, so when you think about it, if you eat 1 cup of cereal, you're eating this much sugar just in 1 cup. So it's important to watch how much you eat, especially based on the serving sizes, because no one eats 3/4 of a cup of cereal. So hopefully this will give you guys a little reference for when you're picking your cereals and how much to watch out for during the day. A lot of times it's also the drinks that have a lot of sugar in them too. So I try to stick with water. And if you know you're gonna have a soda later, maybe you don't do cereal in the morning, so kind of balance it out a little bit. Alright, does anyone have any questions or need me to explain anything again? So I just have these evaluations for you guys, and it's just a couple questions to show that you learned something. I don't want it to fall over.
Do you mind bringing these? I'm just gonna throw that up.
You're on mine.
You wanna make six?
Yeah,
I'm sorry about 2 minutes.
It's one new thing you learned, and one substitution.
And I have to ask you the second one. Okay, what was the first one?
One new thing.
Do you want the first question to be like specific or like generalized?
Just anything new that you learned or found.
Should we put our names on this?
No, you don't have to put your names on. some of the other cereals in the dining hall, I didn't make visuals for them, but Reese's Puffs was 10 grams, so it's the same as Lucky Charms. And Honey Nut Cheerios was 9 grams. So the best one would be Rice Krispies. Or just the plain Cheerios. I think those are only 1 gram. So,
Aren't Cheerios supposed to be good for your body?
they're supposed to be.
They're also not gluten free.
Yeah.
Really?
Right?
Yeah,
Cheerios
it's the fiber and the whole grains that they say are,
They make whole grain Cheerios though. Those are not.
you know.
Not as good.
The ones that they have in the bottom are like off-brand ones?
Sometimes they have off-brand and sometimes they don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like banana in like all cereals, so that makes it sweeter. And I'm getting mine.
Your 2 fists are rooted in.
Yeah.
There you go. So you guys can just put your evaluations up here, and you can take the serving size chart with you. So thank you again for coming.